Hey everyone, let's talk a little bit about lab safety today and go over to why we need to be careful and how to stay out of trouble. Make sure that you don't eat or drink or chew gum when you're doing your labs and experiments. Always wear your safety goggles when working with anything that could possibly get in your eyes. And if you have an apron, that's also awesome, or a lab coat, maybe from a Halloween costume. It's always a great idea to pull back your hair. Those ladies and often cool guys that are growing their hair long. And I would just suggest to not wear your most favorite clothing or jewelry or things that you wouldn't want to get dirty or possibly burned in your experiment. Also, if you do have a fire extinguisher at home, it's a great thing to make sure you've got in your kitchen. If there ever were to be a fire, if not, tell Mom to put it on the Christmas list for Santa. And make sure you know where you can go and wash out your eyes. Probably a kitchen or a bathroom, sink or shower head. Make sure that you don't wear open-toed shoes or sandals. And it's always a great idea to look at all the directions before you start a lab. Make sure you read through it on the Canvas page or the assignment page before you get started. And of course, Mom and Dad will love it if you clean up after yourself. Make sure you carry all sharp items with the point down. Don't fool around or play around, and just like babies, don't touch an outlet, especially with wet hands. If anything happens, report the accident to a parent or to myself or another educator if you happen to be here in the district building. When we are heating objects or using fire, never touch anything with your hands because you could easily burn yourself. Use a clamp or a tong or heat-resistant gloves. And make sure you leave plenty of space around the Bunsen burner or the open flame or the hot plate. And make sure you stick by your burner or hot plate or Bunsen burner or the stove whenever you might be trying something. Don't walk away. Again, don't just start mixing chemicals and trying to burn or blow things up. Make sure you follow directions on which should be mixed together. And if you are to smell as a identifying property, use the wafting method where you just carefully push up the fumes out of the test tube or the graduated cylinder or the beaker with your hands instead of sticking your nose down into its opening. When using glassware, again, make sure that you're using gloves or tongs or something to hold it if it's hot. And if something is to break, make sure you notify us and to not use it if it's broken or chipped, and to always clean it up. Don't leave residue of other chemicals there on the glassware. Just like we said before, make sure you handle those sharp instruments and items with care, and don't get cut. As you finish up an experiment, make sure that you've turned everything off and unplugged things, and then clean up the materials that you use, whether it be a hot plate or a graduated cylinder or beaker of some sort. All the materials, make sure you clean them with soap and water. You dispose correctly of the chemicals, and most of them will be fine to dump down the sink, or if not, to place in some kind of plastic baggie and just throw them away. And remember to wash your hands and to stay clean and safe throughout the year. Thank you so much.